right, today we've got about a 3-pound sirloin tip roast, and I've got some Brussels sprouts here. And what we're going to do, we're going to take and roast this sirloin roast with some Brussels sprouts. I've got a little bit of garlic, minced garlic here. I'm going to put about a teaspoon of minced garlic in. I've got about a teaspoon of salt here also, and some black pepper. We're going to put about a teaspoon of black pepper, and we're just going to rub this sirloin real good, and then we're going to sear it in the skillet, and then we're going to finish it off in the oven. And so anyway, we're going to put about yay much. And mix this up real good here. So we got salt and pepper and garlic, minced garlic. Get that good and mixed up. And we're just going to put this all over our sirloin tip here, roast. And I've already got it washed and cleaned up and everything. We've got our Brussels sprouts here. I'm going to get this bag cut open, and we're going to rinse those off and get those ready to go. Also, alright, so there's that. And we'll get all this rubbed down and everything, get these Brussels sprouts cleaned up and rinsed off, and we'll be back with you here shortly just to show you what we're going to do in the skillet here. We're going to kind of just brown this on each side, and then I'm going to take and finish this off in the oven. So what we'll end up doing, once we get this ready, we'll get it brown like I said, and then we'll put it in the oven and let it roast for about 35, 40 minutes, somewhere along in there. So we'll be back here in just a minute. Well, here we are. We've got this cast iron heating up. I'm just going to take and rub this salt and pepper and garlic into our sirloin roast. Got our oven preheating to 425 degrees. And so we're going to go ahead and get this in here and start to sear this. Boy, that sounds good, doesn't it? All right, and also I got the ends, the root ends cut off of my Brussels sprouts, and then we just cut them in half. Now what I'm going to do is I'm just going to lightly salt these and add just a little bit of olive oil to those. Once we get this browned on all sides real good, then we're going to take and add our Brussels sprouts to the skillet, add our salt and our olive oil, and then we're going to place it in the oven. So let me get all this done here, and we'll be back here in just a second. Well, okay, we've got our roast browning up and searing real good on both sides, all four sides actually. And so what I'm going to do now, I'm going to take a little bit of olive oil, add to these Brussels sprouts. Not a whole lot, we just kind of want to, just enough to kind of coat them a little bit. And then I'm going to take some salt, and we're going to lightly salt these, probably about, I don't know, we'll probably end up putting about a teaspoon on here. And once we get done browning this, then we're going to take and add our Brussels sprouts to this. Just kind of mix this up and make sure everything gets coated real good. I'll tell you what, I'm going to add just a little bit more salt to that. Yeah, a little bit of pepper to it. And then as this sirloin roast is roasting in the oven, a lot of those juices will come off, because there's a pretty good little bit of fat on these roasts like this. So, you know, that's going to cook down in the oven, and so that's going to help to cook these Brussels sprouts. So we're going to go ahead and just kind of place these in here, and we'll get ready and put this in the oven. Hope I don't make a mess here. Miss Cast Iron will Well, there ain't no telling what she might do. Ah, she's a pretty good old gal. I make her out like she's mean to me, but she's really real good to me. Now, she might get upset I don't have my brand new Mr. Cast Iron apron on, but anyway, I forget to do that. I hadn't had one in so long that I forget to do that, you know. So anyway, my apologies there, Miss Cast Iron. Okay, so now we've got all of our Brussels sprouts in here, in with the sirloin roast, and we've got everything browned here. And like I said, we've got our oven already preheated to 425 degrees. So we're going to go ahead and place that in here. And we'll turn that off. We'll go ahead and set our timer for about 30 minutes or so. Well, let's say about 40 minutes. And then we're going to check that with our InstaRead thermometer too. So anyway, we get that going. We'll let this go for about 30 minutes and we'll be back here with you in just a minute, okay? Well, okay, the timer just went off. So this has been in the oven for about 40 minutes. So let's pull that and see what this looks like. Get this out here where you can see it. And then I want to take my InstaRead thermometer and just kind of poke this right in here. And see, I'm wanting that. That's about exactly where I want to be. I'm at 162 right there. And that's for a good medium doneness. And look at those Brussels sprouts, how roasted they are. So I'll tell you what we're going to do. We're going to get this steak, or this sirloin tip roast out and let it rest for about 10 or 15 minutes. We're going to cut into that and then we'll get this plated up. We'll be back here and show you what that looks like here just shortly. Well, okay, this sirloin tip roast has been resting for a little bit. Probably about almost 20 minutes. I'm going to pull some of these Brussels sprouts, roasted Brussels sprouts. And of course they've got a little bit of salt and pepper and of course a little bit of garlic that come off of our sirloin tip roast. So I'm going to cut into this. It looks pretty good for a medium, wouldn't you say? Boy, it looks good to me. We're going to get a little bit of this on here and try to give this a little taste test here. Turn this around here where you can see this sirloin tip roast. And so here's my plate. We're going to try this out. Try some of these roasted Brussels sprouts. That's not bad, folks. We did all that in one pot in a cast iron skillet. We took the sirloin tip roast. We rubbed it down real good with salt and pepper and minced garlic. We browned it in our cast iron skillet on all sides real good. Heated our oven up to 425 degrees. Took and cut the ends off of our Brussels sprouts. Cut them in half. Added a little bit of garlic, or a little bit of olive oil and some salt and pepper to that. Tossed that real good. Once the steak was brown on her, the sirloin tip was brown on all sides, we put that in the skillet, added all the Brussels sprouts around it, set it in the oven at 425 degrees for about 45 minutes, and there you have it. You have a medium sirloin tip roast right there with roasted garlic or roasted Brussels sprouts. So anyway, we just wanted to share that with you. Appreciate you guys taking the time to watch this. If you're not yet subscribed to our channel, we'd ask that you hit the subscribe button, and we'll be coming back to you again soon. You guys have a great day. It's Mike over here at Mr. Cast Iron.